Bullseye.
Officer is in need of assistance. Officer is in need of assistance.
You are listening to John Henry Media Network from the United States of America.
DA, fuck em. We don't need you bitches on our street. Say with me, fuck the police. Fuck the police. Without that bad, you a bitch in the half, nigga. Fuck the police. Fuck the police. Without that bad, you a bitch in the half, nigga. Fuck the police. Fuck the police.
You are listening to John Henry Media
Let's
Network
keep it
from the
real,
United States of
y'all. We need to
America.
do like Cali niggas and kill cops. You're stupid, you're stupid. I hope you're riding hell. Your Joe's teeth, your Joe's trail, and won't be in mail. Wonder why.
Don't worry about a thing, 'cause every little thing gonna be alright.
The Dark Origins of Valentine's Day. Valentine's Day is a time to celebrate romance and love and kissy face fealty. But the origins of this festival of candy and cupids are actually dark, bloody and a bit muddled. The Romans executed two men by that name on February 14th of different years in the 3rd century AD. Halton Archive Getty Images. Though no one has pinpointed the exact origin of the holiday, one good place to start is ancient Rome, where men hit on women by, well, hitting them. From February 13th to 15, the Romans celebrated the feast of Lupercalia. The men sacrificed a goat and a dog, then whipped women with the hides of the animals they had just slain. The Roman romantics were drunk. They were naked, says Noel Lenski, a historian at the University of Colorado at Boulder. Young women would actually line up for the men to hit them, Lenski says. They believed this would make them fertile. The brutal feat included a matchmaking lottery, in which young men drew the names of women from a jar. The couple would then be, coupled up for the duration of the festival or longer, if the match was right. The ancient Romans may also be responsible for the name of our modern day of love. Emperor Claudius II executed two men both named Valentine on February 14th of different years in the 3rd century AD. Their martyrdom was honored by the Catholic Church with the celebration of St. Valentine's Day. Later, Pope Gelasius I muddled things in the 5th century by combining St. Valentine's Day with Lupercalia to expel the pagan rituals. But the festival was more of a theatrical interpretation of what it had once been. Lenski adds, it was a little more of a drunken revel, but the Christians put clothes back on it. That didn't stop it from being a day of fertility and love. Around the same time, the Normans celebrated Gallatin's Day. Gallatin meant lover of women. That was likely confused with St. Valentine's Day at some point, in part because they sound alike. William Shakespeare helped romanticize Valentine's Day in his work, and it gained popularity throughout Britain and the rest of Europe. As the years went on, the holiday grew sweeter. Chaucer and Shakespeare romanticized it in their work, and it gained popularity throughout Britain and the rest of Europe. Handmade paper cards became the tokens du jour in the Middle Ages. Eventually, the tradition made its way to the New World. The Industrial Revolution ushered in factory-made cards in the 19th century. And in 1913, Hallmark Cards of Kansas City, Missouri, began mass-producing Valentines. February has not been the same since. Today, the holiday is big business. According to market research firm Ibis World, Valentine's Day sales reached $17.6 billion last year. This year's sales are expected to total $18.6 billion. But that commercialization has spoiled the day for many. Helen Fisher, a sociologist at Rutgers University, says we have only ourselves to blame. This isn't a command performance, she says. If people didn't want to buy Hallmark cards, they would not be bought, and Hallmark would go out of business. And so the celebration of Valentine's Day goes on, in varied ways. Many will break the bank buying jewelry and flowers for their beloveds. Others will celebrate in a sad, that single awareness day, way, dining alone and binging on self-gifted chocolates. A few may even be spending this day the same way the early Romans did. But let's not go there.
Saying don't worry about a thing. 'Cause every little thing gonna be alright. Rise up this morning, smile with the rising sun. 3 little birds fits by my doorstep, singing sweet songs.
Get your message or business promoted on John Henry Media Network. Make contact today. Use this email address, jahu.enterprises@yahoo.com. That's jahu.enterprises@yahoo.com. Again, that's jahu.enterprises@yahoo.com. For specific details on submitting your audio to make it happen, it will be aired on our very next episode for a small donation of your choice. So let's make it happen right now.
Put away, oh, I